Hello and welcome. My name is Victoria and I'll be guiding you through this full body evening yoga flow. We're going to be doing a lot of lower body stretches for the hips and the hamstrings, as well as some stretching for the shoulders and the chest, as well as some balancing postures too. So when you're ready, come and find a comfortable seated position. We're going to be doing a balancing breathwork technique called Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. So bringing the right hand, you'll tuck the index and middle fingers down, using the thumb and the the ring finger to close off the nostrils as we breathe. Starting by blocking off the right nostril, inhaling through the left nostril, and then closing the left nostril with the ring finger, exhaling out of the right. Inhaling back in through the right, and switching, exhaling through the left. Inhale through the left, switching, exhaling through the right. Inhale right, switch, exhale left. Continue to do this a few more times. Focusing the mind on the breath. And then releasing this, just closing down the eyes, taking a few natural breaths. Beginning to calm down the nervous system. Letting go of the day that you might have had. And focusing your attention on setting an intention for this class. And so you might choose to repeat the phrase, I allow myself to relax and let go. And after you've set your intention, gently blink open the eyes, finding tabletop position. So coming onto your hands and your knees. On an inhale, lower your belly, lift your gaze, cow pose. Exhale, tucking the tailbone around the spine, cat. Inhale, flowing through cow, really open through the chest. Exhale, pressing into cat pose. A couple more times like this at your own pace with your own breath. And we'll return to a neutral spine. Bring the knees wide, big toes to touch, send the hips back, child's pose. Really allowing the body to melt here, softening that low back, relaxing the shoulders, letting go of any tension in the forehead, the jaw. Coming back to the breath, a few nice deep inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, ripple your spine forwards, find cobra pose. So lower the hips, peel the shoulders back, open the chest. On your exhale, press your hips back, child's pose. We'll be flowing through these two movements. Inhale, ripple your spine forwards, find cobra pose. And exhale, press the hips back, child's pose. Once more, inhale. And exhale, child's pose. Deep breath here. Slowly walk your hands in towards your body, making your way up. And then bring your legs out in front of you. Stretching the left leg out long, bring the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. As you inhale, bring your arms overhead, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold forwards. Now you can allow this stretch to be passive, just rounding through the spine, tucking the chin towards the chest, beginning to allow the spine to decompress, breathing into any tension that you might be feeling. One more full breath here. And beginning to walk yourself back up. Switching sides, right leg goes long, bend into the left knee. Inhale, bring your arms up by the ears. Exhale, fold forwards. Breathing nice and fully. Soften the upper body. Slowly release out of the pose. And from here, we'll just bend into the right knee, bringing the soles of the feet to touch, butterfly pose. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, bring the heart forwards as you fold. And notice how your hips are feeling. Notice if you're holding on to any tension in the low back or in the neck. Can you soften into this pose? Letting any tension that's held up from the day begin to unwind and release. One more full inhale. And a deep breath out. Coming back up. From here, cross at the ankles, come onto hands and knees, tabletop. Getting ready for our first downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back. Let the head relax here. Pedal into the backs of the legs, bending into the knees. Really pressing the chest down towards the thighs. And from here, let's lift the right leg up towards the sky, bend into the knee and open up through the hip. Squeezing the right glute to lift the knee a little bit higher. Go ahead and set the right foot down, switch sides. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Exhale, bend the knee, open through the hips. Exhale, place it back down. Take your gaze to the front of your mat and step your feet forward. Finding a nice forward fold, just allowing the spine to decompress. You can absolutely bend into the backs of the legs. Maybe sway side to side if that feels good, or nod the head yes and no. Imagining any tension that you've built up over today, just releasing out of the crown of your head. Giving yourself permission to let go and relax, to take this time for yourself and your self-care. Return back to stillness. Release the hands, bend into your knees, slowly roll up to stand. Inhale, bringing the arms over your head, gazing up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows, open the chest, peel the shoulders back. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step your left leg towards the back of the mat, lower the back knee down, reaching the arms up by the ears, finding your low lunge. Press the hips forward and down, squeeze the inner thighs towards one another, drawing the belly button in and up. One more deep breath in, and exhale, plant the hands down to the mat. Finding a twist from here, inhale, reach your right arm up for the sky. Opening through the chest, maybe you take your gaze up towards the right thumb. Exhale, release that. Tuck the back toes under, step the back foot forward. Find a fold. Inhale, roll to stand, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus the arms. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, stepping the right foot back this time, lower the knee down. Reach your arms up by your ears, low lunge. Finding a few deep breaths as you soften the hips forward and down. Exhale, plant the hands down. Reach your left arm for the sky, opening through the chest. Exhale, place the left hand down. We're going to step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, find a halfway lift, so lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, roll your way up to standing, bringing the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Deep breath in. And exhale, release the arms. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Now, I'm not doing any flows in this practice, but if you'd like to take a vinyasa flow, feel free to do that now. On your next inhale, reaching the right leg up and back. As you exhale, step the right foot through. Inhale, find high lunge, bringing the arms up by the ears. Making sure that right ankle is stacked underneath the right knee. Once again, engaging the core. Focus your gaze in front of you at something that's not moving. We're coming into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. So as you're ready, shift your weight over your right foot, launching off that back leg. Your hands can stay in front of you. You can bring them to heart center if that feels good. Breathing deeply, lengthening out through your spine. On your exhale, slowly guide that right foot back down to the mat, finding Warrior 1. So the back heel is at a 45. We'll reach the arms up high as you inhale. As you exhale, release the hands behind the lower back. Interlace your fingers and open up through your chest. You can stay here or find Humble Warrior, bringing the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Lowering the head down, reaching those palms away from the lower back. Pressing down evenly through the feet. Inhale, come back, Warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg high. Exhale, step it forwards. Inhale, high lunge. Hips are squared towards the top of the mat. Focus your gaze in front of you and slightly down towards the ground. On your exhale, find Virabhadrasana 3. Launching off of that left foot, reaching the right leg back. Hands can stay in front of you or bring your hands to heart center. Finding that focus, that balance. Exhale, find Warrior 1. Lower the back heel down to the mat, reach the arms up high. And then exhale, hands behind the lower back. Open through the chest. Maybe lowering that left shoulder down to the inside of the left knee. Really focusing on the expansion through the chest and the shoulders. And slowly rise back up, arms by the ears as you inhale. As you exhale, hands come down to the mat, step back, find downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. And exhale out. Release the knees down onto the mat. Untuck the toes. Keep the hips stacked over the knees, coming into our melting heart pose. I'm going to scoot back a little bit so I can extend my arms forward. Bring the forehead down to the mat. Begin to let the upper body relax, stretching into the shoulders and the chest. Walk the hands in towards the body, come back to tabletop. We're finding pigeon pose from here. So bringing the right knee behind the right wrist, extending the left leg long behind you. Opening through that right outer hip, find some length in your spine first. And then as you exhale, you might choose to come down onto your forearms, going a little bit deeper. And focusing your attention inwards on how you're feeling. Maybe even closing down the eyes. Noticing the natural breath. And begin to make your way onto the palms. Step the right leg back into tabletop. And once you're ready, just switching sides, left knee behind the left wrist. Soften the hips down, scoot your right foot towards the back of your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, maybe come down onto your forearms. Letting go of any tension and stress out of the left hip as you breathe. Slowly make your way onto the hands. And then instead of going back to tabletop, we'll just bring the weight into the left hip and scoot the right leg around. Make your way down onto your back from here. And then bring your knees into tabletop. So knees are stacked over the hips. You can inhale, bring the arms out to a T. As you exhale, lower your knees over towards the left side, finding a twist. Either taking your gaze up towards the sky or gazing off of the right shoulder. And beginning to relax, softening the whole body. Return back to neutral, bringing the legs back to tabletop. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees towards the right. Option to take your gaze towards the left. Relax the shoulders. Soften the belly as you breathe. Inhale, bring the legs back to tabletop. Exhale, extend your legs long, finding your final Savasana. Taking up some space. You can make any small adjustments to the body, making yourself nice and cozy. Couple of deep breaths to settle in. Closing down the eyes, bringing your attention inwards. Notice the muscles in the face. Is there any remaining tension that you can let go of in this moment? Unclenching the jaw, softening the cheeks. Bringing your awareness down to the shoulders and the neck. Letting go of any stress. Down into the chest. Down into the belly, softening. And letting go of any stress out of the hips. Relaxing both legs. Come back to the natural flow of breath as you breathe in and out through the nose. knowing that there's nothing that you need to do in this moment except to be here now, resting and rejuvenating, knowing that you've done the best that you can today, and that is enough. And feel free to stay here longer if you're called to. Otherwise, if you're ready to begin to wake up the body, wiggle the fingers and the toes, maybe rock the head from side to side, gently open up your eyes, take a deep breath. And from here, hug the knees in towards the chest, roll onto your right side, finding fetal position, letting the head rest on top of the bicep, finding gratitude for all that you are, and for your body and all that it does for you. Thanking yourself for showing up on the mat this evening. And as you're ready, press your way up into a seated position, cross-legged or any other position that's comfortable for you. On your inhale, bring your arms out to the sides and up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands over your heart center, bowing the chin down towards the chest. Thank you so much for being here and doing this practice with me. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Namaste.